Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Friday Craft Day. Well, today I'm going to be doing something for the first time for me. I'm going to be making a ribbon wreath. Now, I'm not actually going to make a ribbon wreath, I'm going to make a ribbon candy cane wreath. So I do have a candy cane form that I got last year from Dollar Tree, and I got some ribbons, and I'm going to attempt to make a ribbon candy cane. I have looked at a few videos and doesn't seem to be too outlandishly difficult, so I think it'll work out just fine. But I'm going to take you along with me, and we're going to do this together. I am going to be working upstairs today because it's extremely hot downstairs, and I hate to have all those fans going and make so much background noise. And so I will be doing my wreath on my work table here in the office slash craft room slash second bedroom. As you can see, there is a bed behind me. When it's uncovered, it's usually quite nice, but it's usually covered with craft material. So I want to say that to start off with, I did a little rolling of the ribbon into a ball that has all four of these ribbons put together. And I'll show you this when I get down to the table. But what I wanted to tell you is I'm going to put a little video clip in here that shows you what I was doing in order to make this roll. I saw this, and I will link that video below. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was several years ago that the video was made, but a gentleman was making a ribbon wreath, and he did this, and it seemed to me that it would be a good way to keep the ribbons together as opposed to trying to keep them untangled and pull them off spools as you go along. I don't think we'll use all of this ribbon, so it will stay together after that and be fine for cutting into 9-inch pieces to make wreath ribbons, and so 12-inch pieces, I mean, to make wreath ribbons and such. But in the meantime, I will show you how I put it together right here. So that doesn't seem too difficult. The most difficult part I'm having right now is determining where I'm going to put the ribbon in regards to the frame, because I'm left-handed. And so the ones I see online, I'm sorry, I seem to have a hair across my eye here somewhere, and it's irritating me. So, and but anyway, I'm left-handed, and the ones I've seen, of course, they're all right-handed people, and the frame is in a certain area and the ribbon is in a certain area. I think I have it figured out, but we'll play with it as we go along. So let me bring you down to the desk, and we'll get started on a ribbon candy cane. I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. In order to get you my whole frame in the picture, I have you a little higher than I usually do. I hope you'll be able to see. So here's the roll that I made, okay? And you can see that you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 ribbons together. Now I have 2 2.5 inch and 2 1.5 inch. And one of these, the end of this 1.5 inch, it kind of curled over. I mean, that's the way it came off the bolt. So I will have to fix it when we get to the end. But I'm going to put the mesh up here, and I'm going to work this way. And I think that'll work out. I'm also using these small zip ties. I hope they'll be big enough. I have others if they're not. So let's start by taking these 4 pieces of ribbon, and I'm just going to pinch them together here. And I'm going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to go around this frame. And no, I don't like, whoops, I don't like the way that one is. Let's do it differently. I think I'll go around down to the bottom here to hold it up against the bottom rail. And then I will have to fix how the tails come out a little later. I'm going around one of these right now. And this one I'm going to make tight. The rest of them you don't tighten till the end, okay? So now, what the measurement usually is your hand. You see, I'm going to use my hand standing up, and that makes the measurement for where the next loop is going to be. So we're going to go around, I think 2 of them. I think I can get it around 2 of these. And I'm just going to push it up. Now this is not tight. It will still slide on this form, see? And basically, that's all you do the whole way up. Now, I'm going to go up like this one more time, and I'm going to do something here, just because of some alternatives. I've done this, which means I would pinch it right here. Okay? But if I unpinch it, I can see how long it is. It is it's about 6.5 inches. So if you didn't want to pinch or use your hand, I mean, as a guide, you can just measure out about 6.5 inches for your next one. And these are just barely long enough, so hopefully they'll work. On the wreath form, he had about 5 per section, but on this particular form, this last section is smaller than some of the others. Okay? Actually, this part doesn't seem to be too difficult. The most difficult part is the zip tie. Now I'm going to go around one this time and see how that works. And I think I can do that. I don't know that I have to go around two because I think this will spread out fine. So I'm doing, this is my fourth one, and I'm going to stay right in this same little zone here. And basically the technique, as far as I can see, whoops, is a lot like a bubble. You pull it out and bring it back right up close to the one before it. And that's what you do when you're making a bow wreath. And I'm going to do now one more. And what I will do, making sure these ribbons stay in the right order, is I'm going to push it up, but I'm going to attach it in the next section. Okay. Now I'm in section 2. No, I think that one got twisted. There we go. Going backwards because that middle ribbon is 1, 2, there we go. Have to really be careful that these don't get twisted, which they want to do. Sorry, my doorbell rang, and I had to go get it. We were waiting for a FedEx overnight package. So if it's not the lawnmowers or the rubbish truck, it'll be FedEx truck. So I'm moving on to the third section now. And like I said, right now I'm just going around one of these. There's two center bars, and I'm just going around one of them. And I'm hopeful that that's going to be okay. And like I said, I'm not tightening them. You can see it swishes back and forth. I kind of moved out of frame. Here I am. Okay. And you have to keep looking to make sure you want all the ribbons face up here so that when you open them up, they'll be in the right direction. Pinching them together. Gets a little easier as you go along. You kind of get the rhythm, as you might say. And you know me and zip ties, most of them I end up with them on backwards, but so far not too bad. Okay. Stop groaning, Donna. Let me get that one a little better. I think, what did I just say, it was getting easier? And I'm getting about 5 in a section. The 6th one I attach in the next section. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I can push that down. Get another one. Oh, where'd it go? I think another time it might be just a little easier if I used a longer zip tie, because there's really not a whole lot to grab on the other side. I let go of my little pinch together here. Well, that one was just more work than it was worth. Okay, I'm going on to the next section. Can you see what it's like so far? This putting these ribbons together ahead of time, I think, did work out well. I know I've seen some of them who have a spool that they can just put all the ribbons on top of each other on the spool and pull them off that way, but I don't have a tall enough, a long enough spool to do that with. Okay. Ugh, get over there. There we are. All right, let me continue, and when I get close to being towards the end, I will bring you back. Because otherwise, you're just watching me go round and round with these things. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I managed to get all the way around. I'm going to cut this off. Let me think here. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is cut this here, and I will bring it back up over the bottom and just attach it to the back of the frame here. Get out of the way. Come on, son of a gun. Get in there. Oh my goodness sakes. Don't make it easy, will you? No. All right. Okay, now you see what I've done? I've pulled all of these zip ties to the back. And I have this gizmo, and I'm going to try and go and tighten and clip them at the same time with this little gizmo here. Whoop. Didn't get it where it needed to go. And if I can't, then I will just see, that one's not working. I have trouble with this. There we go. Of course, I'm having to do this part right-handed, but when it works well, because it's tightening it and then cutting them. All right, I think I got it. Get this one up here. I don't know if I can, no, see, if I do it this way, I have to do it backwards, but so you can see, I'm putting it in this little slot, and then I push like a trigger. Put it in the little slot. If you don't have a gizmo like this, you can always use some needle nose pliers. This I got on Amazon, and I think it's just called a zip tie puller or a cable tie puller. And I don't use it too often, but now this one it won't cut because it's not set for that heavy material. So we'll get rid of this one. I don't use it too often because I don't usually have that many zip ties that I have to worry about. I forgot to tighten it. Okay. Flying plastic everywhere. Okay, see if you can see it again. Whoop. Oh, that doesn't want to catch. Let me just clean a few of these plastic ones up here so I don't get them all confused with good ones. I'm going to try to bring it in just a little bit. Let's see. So you can see what it is I'm doing here. Okay, this little slot, where am I? This little slot. Put the zip tie in it and just there we go. I'm going to do it with my right hand now because it's easier to, well, I thought it was going to be easier. There we go. What I like about this is not so much the cutting, because you can do that with a regular pair of the cutters, but this tightens it too. All right. Okay, now we'll see what we shall see. I'm going to get you back out again. Now I'm going to try to put the two 2.5-inch pieces to both sides, and then the two 1.5 in the middle. Well, there is one there. This is pretty, isn't it? Get this one backwards. There we go. It's coming really pretty. I'm going to continue. It's going to take me a little while. When I get towards the end, I'll be back. Well, there you go. I think it's really cute. It's very pretty. I love the bows, and I love the different colors together. We'll come in close And you can see how they're just pulled apart. Now, I would do a couple of things different. Like I said, this was the first time I ever did one before. I never did one before. I would use longer zip ties, and what I would go around with the longer ones, go around both of the center posts, because it would just make it easier to cover the whole ring. I had to maneuver a little bit to get them to cover it. But I think it's really pretty. And I don't know that I'm going to add anything to it. I have some ribbon left. I could make a bow, but I don't really want to take away from the shape of the candy cane. So we'll think on it, and if I decide to put a bow on it, I'll send a picture out. But in the meantime, there you go. A ribbon candy cane. Give it a try. If I can do it, you can. All right, I'll be right back. Well, there you go. And you can see it over here, here, there, on the door. I have the darndest time trying to figure out which way my fingers should go to show something. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I'm very happy with it for the first time I ever tried something. I think that it worked out just fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. But like I said, you know, when you do something, you learn a few things, and I would use longer ties, and I would put them around both of the center wires. Other than that, I'm very satisfied with it. The measuring wasn't that hard. After a while, I kind of didn't use my hand. I just kind of went out and came up just like you were doing a bubble method on a wreath. And I do think that rolling them up, let me just get this here, wait a minute. Rolling the ribbons up ahead of time was a help for me. And this is what I have left. So, not too much, but enough that I can use it for something else. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, and I will see you Sunday. Actually, I'm going to be working on it later today, but you'll see it Sunday. We're going to be doing the last of the side dishes for the month of October, and we'll start in on something new for November. So until Sunday morning, I say have a good afternoon. Stay safe, stay warm or stay cold, whatever you need to do. Play by the rules, keep your distance, wear your mask, and everybody play nice now. I'll see you Sunday. Love you, bye.